Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed the different types of standard equations of parabola. So y square is equal to 4ax is the main standard form of the parabola. Its corresponding three other standard forms are there. Y square is equal to minus 4ax, x square is equal to 4ay, x square equal to minus 4ay. Already we discussed their vertex, focus, directrix, length of latus rectum, axis, tangent, vertex, etc. etc. And again we discussed about the another four standard forms of the parabola like y minus k whole square equal to 4a into x minus h. Its length of latus rectum is also 4a, but its vertex is at h comma k, axis parallel to x axis. For minus 4a times of x minus h is also represents the parabola whose axis parallel to x axis, but its direction is changed. That is direction towards to the left side of the x axis. Okay, and again we discussed x minus h whole square equal to 4a into y minus k. Its equation represents the parabola whose axis parallel to y axis. In the same manner, x minus h whole square equal to minus 4a times of y minus k also represents the equation of parabola whose axis is parallel to y axis but with its downwards. And again we discussed about the some of the problems related to finding the equation of parabola when focus and vertex are given to you. So when the focus and vertex of the parabola are given to you, you have to check the axis of parabola whether it is parallel to x-axis or y-axis by finding the slope of line joining of AS itself. What is the line joining of AS? It is nothing but axis of the parabola. So if they are 0 or infinity, we have the formula like y minus k whole square equal to plus or minus 4a into x minus h, or x minus h is equal to x minus h whole square equal to plus or minus 4a into y minus k. Suppose your axis is not parallel to x axis as well as parallel to y axis, then we have to go for finding the equation of directrix itself. So directrix is always perpendicular to axis, and the vertex is midpoint of the foot of directrix to the focus. With the help of these two concepts, we can find the equation of directrix. After getting the directrix equation, we already have the focus, and then with the help of the focus and directrix, we have to use the general equation by SP by PM is equals to 1. 1 is the eccentricity of the parabola here. So by squaring and cross multiplying itself, we get SP square is equal to PM square, and then we get the equation of the parabola. So all these things we discussed in the last class. Now let us see some of the problems related to the same parabola now itself. Okay. So this is the question. Find the equation of parabola whose latus rectum is the line segment joining the points minus 3 comma 2 and minus 3 comma 1. So what are these here? These are minus 3 comma 2 and minus 3 comma 1 are not the vertex and focus here. These are the points whose latus rectum ends. Equation of the parabola whose latus rectum is the line segment joining these points. That means these are the ends of the latus rectum of the parabola. So ends of the latus rectum of parabola say L and L dash say. Suppose your L is minus 3 comma 2 and L dash is say minus 3 comma 1. So what is the slope of latus rectum now? Slope of LL dash is nothing but infinity. It means it is parallel to y-axis because there is no x coordinate 0 here. So LL dash is parallel to y-axis. Suppose the latus rectum is in this manner. This is L and this is L dash say. So what is the distance from L to L dash? LL dash is equals to what now? 1 unit. So the distance from here to here is 1 unit. And all of you know that midpoint is focus. Midpoint of the LL dash is focus. Now the distance from here to here is what now? Half. It is also half. The line passing through focus perpendicular to latus rectum is also axis. This is the axis of the parabola. Axis is always parallel to y-axis or x-axis here, parallel to x-axis here, because the latus rectum is parallel to y-axis. This is parallel to y-axis. Automatically this may be either x-axis or parallel to x-axis. What is its midpoint now? Minus 3 comma 3 by 2. So parallel to x-axis. Minus 3 comma 3 by 2. This is your focus. Now, if you have the coordinates of vertices, then the parabola may be in this manner, or there exists another parabola also, or in this manner. Am I correct or not? There are two possibilities for the given situation, that is the given data. For the given data, there exists a parabola in this manner or in this manner. This is the possibility of one vertex. This is the another possibility of the vertex of the another parabola. So, once if you have the coordinates of A dash and A, your job is over. This is A, say, this is A dash. So, how to obtain the coordinates of A and A dash? Why you are going to show interest about a vertex? Once if you have the vertex h comma k, your axis parallel to x-axis, you have the formula. Y minus k whole square is equal to 4a into x minus h. Similarly, this is the reverse words. Y minus k whole square equal to minus 4a into x minus h. So, your intention is you have to find out the vertices of your parabolas. Vertices of your possible parabolas. So, how to obtain the A dash as well as A here? So, what are the coordinates of A? S here, minus 3 comma 3 by 2. So, the distance from L to L dash is how much? 1 unit. LL dash is 1. This is 4A. Am I correct or not? Length of latus rectum is 4A. So, what is your A? 1 by 4 units. So, all of you know that the distance from focus to vertex is A units. The distance from focus to vertex is A units. If you multiply it with 4, you get the 4A, that is length of latus rectum. 1 by 4th of length of latus rectum is nothing but the distance from vertex to the focus. So, the distance from here to here is 1 by 4 units. So, here to here is also 1 by 4 units. Since this line is parallel to x-axis, this is the line parallel to x-axis. So, you have to choose the point A and A dash. This is A and this is A dash by subtracting 1 by 4 from x coordinate of S, as well as you have to add 1 by 4 to the x coordinate of this point. That is minus 3 comma 3 by 2, same. So, adding and subtracting 1 by 4 to the x coordinate of your focus, immediately we obtain the coordinates of A dash and A respectively. Understand? So, your A dash is nothing but A dash is equals to minus 3 minus 1 by 4 comma 3 by 2. There is no change in the y coordinate when we are moving parallel to x axis. Understand? So, this is the vertex of your parabola 1. This is the first parabola having vertex this one. What is that here? Minus 12 minus 1. Minus 13 by 4 comma 3 by 2. This is your h comma k. What is length of latus rectum? 4a. Here 1. So, can I write the equation of parabola or not? You can easily write the equation of parabola by y minus 3 by 2 whole square is equals to. So, it is rightwards. That is, you have to take plus. 4a means 1. Plus 4a into x minus h. X minus of what? Minus of that minus plus 13 by 4. Plus 13 by 4. By taking the LCM itself coming to the 4 outside, 2y minus 3 whole square is equal to 4x plus 13. 4 gets cancelled. This is the parabola equation 1. This is the equation of the parabola 1. Again, similarly, you can easily find the equation of this parabola. Now, what you have to do? You have to add 1 by 4 to the x coordinate of focus S. So, A is what? The coordinates of A are similarly obtained by minus 3 plus 1 by 4. Minus 3 plus 1 by 4 comma 3 by 2. That is minus 11 by 4 comma 3 by 2. So, can I write the equation of parabola or not? Yes. Y minus 3 by 2 whole square is equal to minus 4a, because the curve is in this manner, that is it is branches in this manner, right side, left side we are having. This is the right side, towards to the right side, it is towards to the left side. So minus you have to take, minus 4a into x minus of minus x plus 11 by 4. And taking the LCM, cancelling 4, we get 2y minus 3 whole square. 2y minus 3 whole square is equal to minus of 4x plus 15. Minus of 4x plus 11 by 4x plus 11. 4x plus 11 itself. So in this manner we can crack this problem. So the idea is you have to identify the coordinates of what? Vertices of our possible parabolas. So by adding 1 by 4 and subtracting 1 by 4 from the x coordinate of focus itself, we obtain the possible vertices of the possible parabolas. So that is one and only the thing you have to identify. So by observation itself, here LL dash is lattice rectum, its length is 4a, that is equals to 1 unit, and it is parallel to y-axis due to slope of this line is infinity. Slope of the line joining of them is infinity. Suppose your line is not parallel to x-axis, not parallel to y-axis. Suppose the line joining of LL dash is not parallel to x-axis as well as not parallel to y-axis. What you have to do? So after completion of this one, we discuss that one also. So I hope that all of you understand about this one. Here the case is the directrix is parallel to lattice rectum is parallel to y-axis here. Suppose if it is not parallel to y-axis or not parallel to x-axis, its ends are given to you. How to proceed this one? Let us see. Suppose this is L and this is L dash. These are the ends of the lattice rectum of the parabola is given to you. So the possible parabolas may be like this. Now how to find out the equations of the parabolas in this situation? This is not parallel to x-axis, this is not parallel to your y-axis. If it is parallel to x-axis or y-axis, their corresponding axes are perpendicular, that means they are parallel to y-axis as well as parallel to x-axis. You have the formula. So in the formula you have h comma k is there, h comma k is evaluating by subtracting or adding the x coordinate or y coordinate by depends upon that, you can crack that one. Suppose your LL dash is in this manner, how to crack this one? Now this is LL dash, automatically this is the midpoint of LL dash, this is your focus S. The line passing through focus and perpendicular to lattice rectum is what? This is your axis. So you have midpoint, L and L dash, you can easily obtain the midpoint also. You can easily obtain the midpoint also. You have the focus, you have the coordinates of focus. What is your main thing? Once if you have focus and directrix, you can crack the equation of the parabola. So you have already focus. Can you find the equation of directrix of this parabola or not? I think it is very easy for you. The directrix is always parallel to the lattice rectum. And A is your midpoint of SZ, Z is the foot of directrix. Similarly, the directrix, the another possible directrix will be like this. So once if you have the equation of directrix, you can use the condition that is SP by PM is equal to E, SP square is equal to T square into PM square. Here E is 1, especially this is parabola. Now, how to obtain the directrix equation? You know that the distance from here to here is 4a. So you have the 4a value, some x is there, okay, or some x dash you obtain. After getting the 4a, what is the distance from here to here? The distance from focus to the foot of directrix is half of the lattice rectum. All of you know that. That is half of the lattice rectum, because the distance from here to here is a, here to here is also a. The distance from here to here is 4a. So the distance from here to here is what now? 2a. Now you know the equation, you know the slope of LL dash, because you have the coordinates of L and L dash. You can write the slope of M. So this is equivalent to slope of the directrix as well as slope of lattice rectum, because these two lines are parallel. So from the slope of the lattice rectum itself, you can find the slope of the directrix as same. So you have the slope of the directrix, and you can write the equation you can write the equation of the parallel form. Suppose its equation is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Its equation is of the form ax plus by plus some c dash is equal to 0. And moreover, you know that the distance from focus to the directrix is what now? 2a. You know the focus, you know the line equation, but you don't know the constant c dash. So by equating the perpendicular distance from the point to this line to 2a, already you know the distance from LL dash, that is 4a. If you half it, you get the value of 2a. So equate this perpendicular distance d to 2a. We get c dash. We get c dash. And means what? We obtain the equation of the directrix. We obtain the equation of directrix. After getting the directrix equation, your job is over. So you have the focus S and you have the equation of directrix L. So let P x1 comma y1 be any point on the parabola. Apply SP by PM is equals to 1. Where PM is perpendicular distance from P to directrix itself, we obtain the equation of the parabola. So this is the way to find out the general equation of parabola when the lattice rectum ends are given to you. Just the ends of the lattice rectum are given to you. Your intention is find the coordinates of focus and the equation of directrix. Focus is obtained very easy by taking the midpoint of LL dash itself. And lattice rectum is, you know that by L and L dash are extremities of the lattice rectum. You have the length LL dash as well as you know the slope of LL dash. With that, you can write any parallel equation to that one and apply the perpendicular distance from the focus to the directrix as 2a. So d is equals to 2a. We get the unknown constant, that is c dash. After getting the directrix equation, and we already know the focus, with the help of focus and directrix, use the fundamental concept, that is SP by PM is equals to 1. SP by PM is equal to 1. We obtain the locus of P, that is the required equation of parabola. Similarly, for this one, for this perpendicular distance, we have two values for c dash, one for this directrix and another for the directrix. So two equations directly we obtain that one. So by removing the modulus here itself, we obtain two c values. That is, one is the one c for this directrix, another c for the directrix. So in that manner, we can crack this one. So no need to check the plus or minus, plus 4a or minus 4a what you take, because we are obtaining the general form SP by PM is equals to 1. The direction itself take by the simplification itself. Understand? No need to write y minus k whole square equal to minus 4a into x minus h like that. We can't write because the axes are not parallel to x axis as well as not parallel to y axis, my dears. Okay. Next one. Find the position, that means either interior or exterior of the following points with respect to the parabola y square is equal to 6x. This is the question. So we have to find out the position of the point with respect to the curve. Before going to see this problem, we have to learn the notations of the parabola. So y square is equal to 4ax is your standard form of the parabola, my dears. So the notation S, just like in circles chapter, your S is taken as y square minus 4ax. In this entire chapter, your S is nothing but y square minus 4ax. In the entire chapter of circle, what is your S? Standard form, that is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equals to 0. This is S. So this S can be written as y into y minus 2a times of x plus x. Minus 2a times of x plus x. Am I correct or not? This is S. I can reduce this one into this form. Now, how to obtain SI? Same situation like circles. Instead of 1y by yi and 1x by xi, we obtain SI, where I belongs to natural numbers. I belongs to natural numbers. SI is equals to yyi minus 2a times of x plus xi. This is SI. Example S1. That is y by 1 minus 2a times of x plus x1. So this is an expression in x and y. So to get S1, we need one point x1 y1 and one expression y square is equal to 4ax. For example, your S is like this, y square minus 8x. This is the expression S. Your point is 1 comma minus 2 say. S1, how to write S1? Y1. Y into minus 2 minus 4 times of x plus 1. It is very easy for you. Already you have experience in circles. You can write easily this one. Instead of y square, what you have to write? Y1. Instead of minus 8x, what you have to write? Minus 4 times of x plus x1. Suppose S is equals to y square minus 3x. What you have to write? S1 is equal to y1 minus 3 by 2, half of that one. X plus x1 you have to write. Y1 minus 3 by 2 times of x plus x1. This is the expression. How to write the this expression from S itself we have discussed here. So this is Si, where I belongs to the natural number. Understand? Next notation is Sij. Sij is obtained by replace one I by yi and another y by yj and one x by xi and another x by xj. So yi yj minus 2a times of xi plus xj. 2a times of xi plus xj. This gives Sij. Here I comma j belongs to natural numbers. So we need 2 points and one expression, then only we can write Sij. For example, S12, that is S12 is obtained by y1 y2 minus 2a times of x1 plus x2. Suppose your points are 1 comma 2, this is say x1 comma y1, this is 3 comma 4, x2 comma y2, and your parabola is y square minus 3x, like that. How to obtain S12? S12 equal to y1 y2, 4 2s are 8, minus 3 by 2 times of x1 plus x2, 1 plus 3. That's all. This is an expression. S1 is an expression in terms of x and y. It gives the value. This is an expression. This is a value of one constant value. So you can variate the Si to Sij. You can easily understand. Note that Sij is equal to Sji. Sij is equals to Sji. Similarly, for I is equal to j in Sij, what you have? Sii. The next notation is what, my dears? Sii. Sii means yi square minus 4a xi. That is the expression. Just by substitute xi comma yi in your parabola itself, we get Sii. Here also I belongs to natural number. Now one example is S11. S11 means y1 square minus 4a x1. S11 means what? Y1 square minus 4a x1. Just to substitute the point in the curve itself, we get S11. So what is your capital S here? Y square minus 4ax. That is the standard expression in the entire chapter of the parabola. Okay, S11 is equal to y1 square minus 4a x1, like that. So for example, if S is like this, S is equal to y square minus 8x. So your point is 1 comma 1. How to obtain S11? Just to substitute the point. 1 square minus 8 into 1. This is minus 7. This is also one value. So Sij and Sii gives one constant value, and but Si gives one expression in x and y. If you equate that 1 to 0, we get S1 is equals to 0. So after some classes we get that one S1 equal to 0 is the equation of tangent at x1 y1 to the parabola, as same in the circles chapter. Okay. So this is the way to write the expressions for notation or notations for your S. You have S, Si, Sij, Sii. These are the 4 very, very important notations. Okay. After getting the notations, let us see the position of point with respect to the parabola. So, position of point. Position of a point with respect to the parabola. How to obtain that one? In circles chapter, if S11 greater than 0, point outside, S11 is equal to 0, the point is inside. If S11 is equal to 0, the point on the circle. In the same manner here also S11 greater than 0 outside, S11 is equal to 0 on, S11 less than 0 inside of the parabola. Let us see how to obtain that one. Consider the parabola S is equal to y square minus 4ax. Consider the parabola equation, that is S is equal to 0, that is y square minus 4ax equal to 0. And px1 comma y1 is in the plane of the parabola. We have to check the point whether it is outside or on or inside of the parabola. How to obtain this one? Let us see. This is the parabola which is in the standard form. Y square is equals to 4ax. Suppose your point is left side of the y-axis. Suppose your point is here itself. Suppose that your point is here, immediately outside of the parabola. For y square equal to 4ax, there is no curve left side of the y-axis. That means this is the portion which is entire outside portion. So we distinguish first of all. This is outside portion of this parabola. This is the inside portion of the parabola. This is the open curve. So the entire thing will be inside portion. The entire thing will be outside portion with respect to this curve here. And on means this is the any point on the circumference of this parabola here. Okay. Suppose your point is left side of the directrix here. For this y square equal to 4ax, that is a greater than 0. Your point is what? Outside. So no need to check if y1, this is x1 comma y1. So your x1 comma y1 is the point. For x1 less than 0, point outside. What about for x1 greater than or equal to 0? That is the question now. That is your question. Suppose your point may be here or maybe here or maybe here. Your point, so you have three positions. Suppose if you draw a line, any vertical line, you take the point either here or here or here. Three possibilities are there. Your point is on the right side of the y-axis. How many chances? Three chances. That may be outside or intersect or inside of the parabola. So if you take any point which is right side of the y-axis, immediately draw one ordinate through that point. Immediately draw one ordinate through that point. Suppose your point P is here, Pn is ordinate. P is right side of y-axis. P is right side of y-axis. Draw ordinate. Draw ordinate Pn. Now we are drawing the ordinate Pn. This is my point x1 comma y1 say. If it is ordinate, what is the change here? The y coordinate is changed here. So there is no change in the x coordinate, x1 comma y0. So see the slope of this line, infinity. So on ordinate, y coordinate is varying. On abscissa, x coordinate is varying. All of you know that thing. So your point P is x1 comma y1, then the point of intersection with the ordinate to your parabola is of the form x1 comma 0 immediately. x1 comma 0. My dears, from the figure itself, we conclude that if Pn is greater than Qn, then it is outside. Your point is outside. If Pn greater than Qn, your point is outside. If it is equal, then the point on the parabola. If it is less than, then that point, suppose your point P is here, what happened? The distance from that point to N is less than that your Qn. So by inspection itself, if your Pn is greater than Qn outside, equal on, less than inside. That is your intention. We are obtaining the condition from the diagram itself. All of you understand. This is the condition. What is your Pn ordinate? What is that? y1. y1 is greater than or equal to less than. What is Qn? The ordinate of the point, y0. So y1 is greater than or equal to less than y0 is the condition. Greater than for outside, equal to for on, and less than for inside. These two are positive, we can square it. y1 square is greater than or equal to less than y0 square. And you can subtract 4ax1 on both sides. What do we get? y1 square minus 4ax1 is greater than or equal to less than y0 square minus 4ax1. My dear students, what about y0 square minus 4ax1? This is the point lies on the parabola. If any point lies on some curve, that automatically satisfies. So, by substitute the x1 comma y0 in your parabola, what you obtain? Y0 square minus 4ax1 automatically becomes 0. So, this becomes automatically 0. So, entire the thing is 0 here. Y1 square minus 4ax1 is greater than or equal to less than 0 we obtained. So, we obtain y1 square minus 4ax1 is greater than or equal to less than 0 we obtained. It means what, my dears? That is nothing but S11. So, S11 is greater than or equal to less than 0. That's all. So, for S11 greater than 0, your point is outside to the parabola. If S11 is equals to 0, your point is what? On the parabola. If your S11 less than 0, your point is inside of the parabola. In this manner, we can track the position of the point with respect to your given parabola, that is in the standard form. So, you can extend that one also for any of the parabola. So, S11 is greater than 0 outside. If your S11 is equal to 0 on S11 less than 0 inside of the parabola. So, your conclusion is, if your S11 greater than 0, P outside. S11 is equals to 0, P on. S11 less than 0, P inside. P inside of the parabola, S is equals to 0. S is what? Y square minus 4ax. That is what? Y square minus 4ax is equals to 0. This is the output what we discussed now. Okay. Now, with the help of this output, we solve this problem. So, we have to find out the position of the point. These are the points with respect to this parabola. So, what is our S now? Your S is y square minus 6x, my dears. Y square minus 6x. For the first problem, what is your point P x1 comma y1? That is 6 comma minus 6. Now, write S11. S11 is nothing but just to substitute the point in this curve, y square 36 minus 6 into 6. This is also 36, that is 0. S11 is 0 means P on the parabola. The point P is on the parabola. Similarly, the second point is Q0 comma 1. This is your x1 by 1. Now write S11. S11 means 1 square minus 6 into 0. Because y1 is 1, x1 is 0. You have 1 which is positive. So S11 greater than 0, Q outside of the parabola. Again, the third point is say R. What is R here? 2 comma 3. Now this is say x1 comma y1. What is your S11 now? Substitute the point. Y square 9 minus 2 6 are 12. 9 minus 12, that is minus 3, which is less than 0. So S11 less than 0. S11 less than 0 we mean R inside of the parabola. So your point R is inside of the parabola. So in this manner we can find the position of the point with respect to the parabola. So in this session we discussed the position of the point. The position of the point. So point P is outside for S11 greater than 0, on for S11 is equal to 0. For less than 0 the point is inside of the parabola. Okay. See this one, find the coordinates of the point on the parabola y square is equals to 8x. We have to find out the coordinates of the points on the parabola y square is equal to 8x, whose focal distance is 10 units. So one parabola equation is given to you. What is your target? You have to find out the coordinates on this parabola such that the focal distance of those points is 10 units. What is focal distance? The distance from focus to the point which is on the parabola is called focal distance of that point. Simple definition. Suppose if you have a parabola, this is the axis of the parabola, your focus is like this, your directrix may be in this manner. P is any point here, join SP, it is nothing but focal distance. The distance SP is nothing but focal distance. Suppose what is the focus of y square is equal to 4ax, a comma 0. Your point P is x1 comma y1, SP is your focal distance. Am I correct? SP is equal to PM or not? SP, by definition itself, SP is equal to PM. What is PM? Perpendicular distance from P to your directrix. What is the equation of directrix for the standard form? X plus A equal to 0. Can you get the perpendicular distance or not? It is nothing but mod x1 plus A. Mod x1 plus A by root 1, that is mod x1 plus A. SP is equals to PM, that is equals to modulus of x1 plus A. Here x1 is greater than or equal to 0 and A is greater than 0. So you take this one as x1 plus A. Because for y square equal to 4x, the entire curve is right side of the y-axis. So your x1 is always positive either in the first quadrant or fourth quadrant. x1 may be positive or 0. And again A is always positive for y square equal to 4x. So x1 plus A is always positive, no need to take modulus. That is the sense. x1 plus A, SP is equals to x1 plus A is the focal distance for the parabola y square is equals to 4ax. Remember. So this is the distance SP. Now we have to find out the coordinates of the point P such a way that the focal distance is 10 units. What is the focal distance here? 10 units. SP is equals to 10 for our problem. What is SP? By the derivation itself, x1 plus A is equal to 10. How to start that one? Let P x1 comma y1 be the point on the parabola whose focal distance is 10 units. Therefore, SP is equal to 10. We mean x1 plus A is equal to 10 because SP is equals to PM itself. What is A here? 4A is equals to 8 from the problem itself. 4A is equal to 8, we mean A is equals to 2. So, write to here, x1 plus 2 is equals to 10. So, what is the value of x1? 8 units. x1 is 8. Again, x1 comma y1 lies on what? Parabola. x1, y1 lies on y square is equal to 8x, my dears. Implies y square is equals to 8 into 8, that is 64. Implies your y is equal to plus or minus 8. y1 square is equal to 8x1. So y1 square is equal to 64. y1 is equal to plus or minus 8. Now tell me what are the coordinates of x1 comma y1. x1 comma y1 is equal to 8 comma plus or minus 8. So 8 comma plus or minus 8 are the coordinates of points on the parabola whose focal distance is 10 units. Suppose this is the point, this is the another point, maybe like this. So one is 8 comma 8 and other one is immediately 8 comma minus 8. So in this manner we can find the focal chord, focal distance of the parabola. Focal distance means the distance from point to the focus. That point is on the parabola. This is focal distance. If you extend this one, length of the focal chord. That becomes length of the focal chord. This is the focal segment. So this is the focal distance of that point. We mean we have to find out the distance from the point to that focus. SP, it is nothing but mod x1 plus A. If it is your parabola is y square is equal to minus 4ax, what is that? Becomes modulus of x1 minus A will be there. Instead of A, you have to write minus A. Okay. Focal distance. Next one. This is the problem. What is that? 1 by 2 comma 2 is one extremity of the focal chord of the parabola. Y square is equal to 8x. One extremity. We mean one end of the focal chord. Find the coordinates of the other extremity. It is also very simple question to you. One extremity is given to you. You have to find out the other extremity. Dear students, remember, focus need not be midpoint of focal chord. It is exist only in the case of latus rectum by symmetry itself. So focus need not be midpoint of focal chord. So many students take focus as midpoint and they are finding the other end. It is not correct. Okay. So y square is equal to 4ax. It is the parabola. Your 4a is 8. Your parabola is y square is equal to 8x in the standard form. This is the axis of the parabola. And we are taking the focal chord. This is the focal chord. A chord which is passing through focus is called focal chord. And one extremity is also given to you. 1 by 2 comma 2. Suppose this is P say. If it is Q, the coordinates of P are 1 by 2 comma 2. We have to find out the coordinates of Q. That is the other extremity of the focal chord. So one end is fixed. The chord must and should be passing through focus. So immediately this point is also fixed. It is unique point. This is your focus. This is your point P. Okay. So the given point is taken as 81 square comma 281. 1 by 2 comma 2 is the point, say 81 square comma 281. Say. So 281 is what now? 2. 2 gets cancelled. What is your A? 4A is equals to 8. A is 2. Substitute here itself. 2t1 is equal to 1. So t1 is equals to 1 by 2. By equating itself, we obtain the value of t1. Suppose its coordinates are 82 square comma 282. What we are taking here? This is 81 square comma 281. P of t1, Q of t2 are ends of the focal chord. We obtain the result, that is t1, t2 is equals to what? Minus 1. We proved in the previous class. t1, t2 is equal to minus 1. Let q x2 comma y2. Let q, that is x2 y2, we mean 82 square comma 282. 82 square comma 282 be other extremity of the focal chord. Immediately we obtain the condition t1, t2 is equals to minus 1. So what is our t1? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 times of t2 is equal to minus 1. We obtain t2 as minus 2. So after getting the value of t2, can I get the coordinates of q or not? Yes. What is your a value? A value is 2 and t2 is minus 2. You can obtain the coordinates of q as a, that is 2 times of t2 square minus 2 whole square, 2 into 2 times of t2, that is minus 2. 4 2s are 8 and this is minus 8. So the other extremity is 8 comma minus 8. 1 by 2 comma 2 is the one extremity of the focal chord. The other extremity is what, my dears? 8 comma minus 8. Its midpoint need not be focus. If it is latus rectum, then only its midpoint is focus. So this is the way to finding the other extremity of the focal chord of the parabola, my dears. Okay. So don't take as midpoint. So consider the given point itself, 81 square comma 281. Evaluate the value of t1 and apply the condition t1, t2 is equals to minus 1. From that you write the coordinates of t2 and then you obtain the 8 comma minus 8. Or if you want to formula, you have directly, if it is 80 square comma 280, the other end is obtained by a by t square comma minus 2a by t. There is no magic here. Instead of t, you have tried minus 1 by t, because t1, t2 is what now? Minus 1. So this is directly obtained by a by t square comma minus 2a by t. This is the other extremity of the focal chord through that point 80 square comma 280. So after getting the t value itself, you substitute there, we obtain the point as well as 8 comma minus 8. This is the procedure, this is the formula. That's all. For 80 square comma 280, other extremity is what, my dears? A by t square comma minus 2a by t. Okay. See this one, this is also very interesting for you. prove that the point on the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, a greater than 0, nearest to the focus is its vertex. So if one parabola is there, its focus is fixed. So many points on your parabola. The nearest point on the parabola to this focus is what they are given? Vertex. That is, you are going to show that. For any parabola, nearest point on the parabola to the focus is always its vertex. This is fixed. How to show this one? This is the parabola. This is my axis of the parabola. So your focus always lies on the axis. This is maybe directrix, say. This is the vertex. Vertex means what? Vertex is the point of intersection of the axis with the curve. Your curve is parabola. This is your axis of the parabola, x-axis. So this is your vertex. This is the foot of directrix. This is your focus. You have so many points on this curve. So these are all points. You calculate the distances. These are all distances. All of these are focal distances or not? All these are focal distances. We have to show that this is the nearest distance. So the corresponding point is what, my dears? Vertex. You are going to prove that your vertex is the nearest point to this focus any of the point than parabola. Any point which is on the parabola. Your claim is you have to show that A is the nearest point to that focus. That is your target. So what are all these? These are all focal distances. This is P, P dash, P double dash and P triple dash, like that. All these are that. This is A, vertex. So these are all focal distances. Let x1 comma y1 be the point on y square is equal to 4ax, which is the nearest to the focus. Which is nearest to focus. We don't know what are the coordinates of point which is nearest to the focus. That is why I am taking that point as x1 comma y1. So suppose say this is the point P, say. Therefore SP is small. SP is very, very small than others. SP, what is the focal distance? Just we prove x1 plus a. Modulus of x1 plus a, actually x1 is always greater than or equal to 0, a must be positive. Here x1 is greater than or equal to 0. There is no curve to the left side of the y-axis. This is my y-axis. This is tangent at the vertex of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax. There is no curve left side. So the only curve is right side though. So your x coordinate is always positive, either in the first quadrant as well as in the fourth quadrant. x1 is always positive and at the same time a should be greater than 0. My dears, now tell me what is the minimum value of x1 plus a? What is the range? Range of x is what? 0 to infinity. A is always positive. We need minimum of x1 plus a. To get the minimum of x1 plus a, what we have to choose? Choose x1 is equal to 0. For x1 is equal to 0, x1 plus a gets minimum value. That means for x1 is equal to 0, x1 plus a is minimum, means this is for x1 equal to 0, our point P is nearer to focus. Our point P is nearer to focus. So for x1 is equal to 0, P is nearer to focus. Our point P is nearer to focus. x1 comma y1 lies on the parabola. We have the condition y1 square is equals to 4ax1. Because we are choosing the point P x1 comma y1 on this parabola, we have y1 square equal to 4ax1. For x1 is equals to 0, what about y1 square? Y1 square is equal to 0. So y1 is what? 0. So your point P becomes what, my dears? 0, comma 0. The coordinates of P becomes 0, comma 0. So your P tends to 0, comma 0, that is A. That is your A. So what is the 0, 0? This is nothing but the vertex of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax. It is the vertex A. Hence, the nearest point on the parabola to your focus is what? Vertex of the parabola. So we are minimizing, we are finding the minimum distance from that point to what? Our focus. That is what here? Vertex 0, 0 to a comma 0. The distance is a units. The shortest distance from point on the parabola to focus is a. Less than a, if you take any point which is less than a units, that must and should be inside to the parabola. Inside to the parabola. This is the shortest distance. So focus to vertex is the shortest distance from the point on the parabola to your focus. So nearest point on the focus to parabola is its vertex. Understand? This is the way. So x1 plus a is the focal distance. The range of x1 is 0 to infinity and a is always positive. We choose x1 equal to 0, we get the nearest distance, that is a units. When x1 equal to 0, automatically y1 becomes 0. Okay. So this is the problem related to the above concept itself. A comet is in the parabolic orbit with sun as focus. When the comet is 2 into 10 power 7 kilometers from the sun, the line from the sun to it make an angle pi by 2 with the axis of the orbit. Find how nearer to comet comes to the sun. Find how nearer to the comet comes to the sun. This is the concept here. So this is one information to you. This is your required thing. A comet is moving in the parabolic orbit with the sun as its focus. Suppose this is the orbit of the comet and this is my axis of the comet. The sun is here. S is the focus. Suppose your comet is here or here. This is moving on this parabola. So you join this one, you join to here or here, you get the focal distances. And what is 2 into 10 power 7, my dears? What is 2 into 10 power 7? Read that one. The sun has focus. When the comet is 2 into 10 power 7 kilometers from the sun, the line from the sun to it means comet, sun to it makes an angle pi by 2 with x-axis. That means the comet must and should be here. This is P. If you join comet to your sun, that makes angle 90 degrees to your axis. That makes angle 90 degrees to your axis. This is the 90 degrees. So its length is given to you, my dears. It is 2 into 10 power 7. Its length is what, my dears? 2 into 10 to the power of 7. This is the value. What is it? It is 90 degrees. This is the line passing through focus. And if you extend this one, is it latus rectum or not? This is latus rectum. Every latus rectum is bisected by its axis itself. All of you know that. It is a semi-latus rectum. SP is your semi-latus rectum. What is the length of semi-latus rectum, my dears? 2 times of A. 2A is equal to 2 into 10 power 7. 2 gets cancelled. You obtain A as 10 power 7. Your job is over. What is the question here? Find how nearer to comet comes to the sun. Find how nearer to the comet comes to the sun. When your comet is here, then it is very, very near to your focus. Just we discussed it. The point, that is vertex is the nearest to the focus which is on the parabola. Vertex is the nearest point. So when P comes to the vertex, that is nearer to your sun. Your sun is your focus here. So what is the distance from P to S when P is equal to S? When P is equals to A? When P is equal to A, SP is equals to A. So the distance from here to here is A units. So what is your A value? That is 10 to the power of 7. So your answer is 10 to the power of 7. So the 10 power 7 is the nearest distance, that is from comet to your sun. So your answer is 10 to the power of 7. Okay. So the distance, nearest distance is 10 to the power of 7. See here the distance from here to here is A. P is equals to A. When P is equals to A, SP is equal to A, that is 10 to the power of 7. So 2A is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 7. Semi-lattice rectum we have taken. A is equals to 10 to the power of 7. So these are all what? Focal distances. We are finding the shortest distance here. Okay. Next one. Find the locus of point of trisection of double ordinates of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, a greater than 0. Very interesting question and very important also. Here, two things you have to know. What is trisection? What is double ordinate? Trisection point already you know in the first year itself. And also, this is very important definition in your conics. Double ordinate. This is a single word. Double ordinate. Double ordinate is a line just which is perpendicular to axis of the parabola. Double ordinate is the line which is just perpendicular to the axis of the parabola. If it is passing through focus, that becomes lattice rectum. So, double ordinate may not be lattice rectum or sometimes lattice rectum, but lattice rectum is always a double ordinate. Therefore, you can draw infinite number of double ordinates through the parabola. You draw a line which is just perpendicular to axis, that becomes double ordinate. So y square is equal to 4ax is the parabola like this. This is the parabola. You can draw infinite number of double ordinates. So these are all double ordinates. You can write infinite number of double ordinates. Its distances are different one from other. If it is passing through focus, that is said to be what? Lattice rectum. This is the special case. These are also double ordinates. You have infinite number of double ordinates. We have to collect all the trisection points, you get some locus, that is you are going to find out here. Trisection point we mean that divides the segment in the ratio either 2:1 or 1:2. Suppose this is the point which divides in the ratio 2:1. This is the point for this here. This is the point. This is the point. This is the point which divides the segments in the ratio 2:1. You collect all the points, you get some locus. Similarly here also, for this is 1:2. So a point which divides in the ratio either 2:1 or 1:2, that is called that is called the trisection point. So this is the locus. This is your required locus, you have to find out. That is the meaning of the question. You collect all the points which divides in the ratio either 2:1 or 1:2. You have to find out the collection of this point, that is the locus, you are going to find out here. How to find out this one? Consider a double ordinate. PQ is a double ordinate of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax. Let PQ is a double ordinate of y square is equal to 4ax. Suppose p is equals to at square comma 2at. P. This is the P. Its coordinates are at square comma 2at. Can you guess the coordinates of Q? This is double ordinate. Just Q is the image of P with respect to its axis. Am I correct or not? What is the image with respect to x-axis? Clearly at square comma minus 2at. That is why it is called double ordinate. It is ordinate, it is doubled. That is why it is called double ordinate. So at square comma 2at, its coordinates are at square comma minus 2at. No need to take at dash square comma 2at dash like that. One end is fixed, automatically its other end is fixed. At square comma minus 2at. Implies immediately you have Q is equals to at square comma minus 2at. Let R be the trisection point. Point of PQ. PQ is varying, its trisection point is also varying. For that my PQ, R is the trisection point. Suppose it divides in the ratio 2:1. So R divides PQ in the ratio what? 2:1. You may take 1:2 also, no problem. So this is the P, this is Q, the ratio is what? 2:1, my dears. So let R be the trisection point. This is the point on my locus, say x1 comma y1. R is x1 comma y1. So what about x1 comma y1 originally? x1 comma y1, 2 into minus 2at. This is what? at square comma minus 2at, and this is at square comma 2at. 2 into minus 2at plus 1 into 2at. What is that? Minus 4at plus 2at, minus 2at by 2 plus 1, 3, comma 2 into mx2, sorry, 2at2 square plus 3 plus 80 square. 1 minute. So here mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. 2 into 80 square, 2at square plus 80 square, 3at square by 3, comma 2 into minus 2at, minus 4at plus 2at, minus 2at by 3. 3 gets cancelled here. Now by equating x1 to this and y1 to this one, eliminate the parameter t itself, we obtain the required locus. So what is x1 here? x1 is equals to 80 square. What is my y1? y1 is equals to minus 2 by 3 times of t. 80. So substitute the value of t here itself, we obtain the locus. x1 is equal to a into t means minus 3y1 by 2a square itself. So x1 is equal to 9a y1 square by 4a square. A gets cancelled. Therefore 9y square, 9y1 square is equal to 4a x1. 9y1 square is equal to 4a x1. So the locus of x1 y1 is what, my dears? 9y square is equal to 4ax. This is the locus. 9y square equal to 4ax represents another parabola whose length of lateral rectum is 9 times decreased, because your locus is y square is equal to 4a by 9x here. So this is the locus. It is represents another parabola. Y square is equal to 4 by 9ax. So to crack this one, you need two definitions. One is what is double ordinate, what is trisection point. After that, once if you have the one end of the double ordinate, you are in a position to write its other end by taking its image. That is, if it is 80 square comma 280, this one is 80 square comma minus 280 itself. Okay. Next one. Find the equation of parabola whose vertex and focus are on the positive x-axis, which are at distances a and a dash from origin respectively. This is the question. You have to find out the equation of parabola. Vertex and focus on the positive x-axis, and also given that these are at distances a and a dash from the origin respectively. So we have to find out the equation of this parabola. See here, this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. So it is the origin, point of intersection. Okay, your parabola may be in this manner. This is the vertex of the parabola. This is your focus of the parabola. What they are given to you? The vertex and focus which are on positive x-axis and are at distances a and a dash from origin. So the distance from origin to the vertex is a units and the distance from origin to the focus is a dash units. The distance from here to here is a dash units. Now we have to find out the equation of the parabola. Okay. Now tell me, what are the coordinates of A? The coordinates of A are a comma 0 because it is moving on the positive x-axis. The distance from origin to A is a units, so a comma 0. This is your vertex h comma k. Can you write the coordinates of focus? This is nothing but a dash comma 0. What is AS? AS is nothing but the distance from A to S. In your y square is equal to 4x, that is A. So what is the distance from here to here? A dash minus A. A dash is more than A because vertex and focus are on the positive x-axis. They are given to you and we have to choose the parabola in this manner. Okay. Therefore, AS is equals to A dash minus A. Okay. Next one. This is the parabola whose axis along x-axis and with vertex at h comma k. H comma k is what here? A comma 0. So your equation is of the form y square is equal to 4 into AS times of x minus A. That means original form is what here? Y minus k whole square is equal to 4a times of x minus h. This is your formula. 4a is nothing but 4 times of the distance from vertex to focus. That is why I am writing AS. H is what here? H is a units. So your answer is y square is equal to 4 times of what is your AS? A dash minus A. This is A dash minus A. A dash minus A times of x minus A itself. That's all. So y square is equal to 4 into A dash minus A times of x minus A. This is the equation of the parabola whose vertex and focus are on the positive x-axis and which are at distances A and A dash from the origin. A and A dash from the origin itself. Okay. See this next question. L and L dash are the ends of lattice rectum of parabola x square is equal to 6y. What are L and L dash? These are the extremities of the lattice rectum of the parabola. Find the equation of OL and OL dash where O is the origin. Also find the angle between them. L and L dash are ends of the lattice rectum of the parabola x square is equal to 6y. X square equal to 6y represents the parabola whose axis along y-axis. Your axis is along the y-axis. So the curve is in this manner. Already we discussed it in the previous class. The types x square equal to 4ay type. This is 4a is equal to 6. We have a is equals to 3 by 2 units. Lattice rectum means what? Lattice rectum is the line passing through focus perpendicular to the axis. This is L dash, say automatically this will be L. What is the length of latus rectum? All of you know that the length of the latus rectum is 4a, that is 6 units is given to you. What are the coordinates here? 0, 0. What are the coordinates of focus? 0, a. Your S is equal to 0, a for x square equal to 4ay. That is 0, 3 by 2. This is 0, 3 by 2. The entire distance is 4a, so it is 3 units. Automatically it is also 3 units from the focus, S to L as well as L dash. Now anybody tell me the coordinates of S? So you have to increase 3 units here, you have to write 3 units to the left side. So the coordinates of L are 3, 3 by 2. Increase 0 to 3, decrease 0 to 3 here. That is L dash is minus 3, 3 by 2. So clearly its midpoint is 0, 3 by 2. We are moving parallel to x-axis. The x coordinate will be changed here. So 3 units increased here, 3 units decreased here. 3, 3 by 2 itself L and minus 3, 3 by 2 itself L dash. After getting the ends, it is very easy to write the equations of OL and OL dash. So what is your O? Coordinates of origin? That is 0, 0. You have L, that is 3, 3 by 2. It is L dash minus 3, 3 by 2. It is very easy to write the equations. Also you can easily find the angle between them. Slope of OL is what? Slope of OL is equal to 3 by 2 by 3, that is 1 by 2. OL dash is what? Slope of OL dash is minus 1 by 2. So equation of OL, corresponding equation is y is equal to 1 by 2x. Your point is origin. So y minus 0 equal to 1 by 2 into x, or this is nothing but 2y is equal to x. And another equation is what? Y is equal to minus 1 by 2x. We mean 2x equal to 2y equal to minus x. So x minus 2y equal to 0 and x plus 2y equal to 0 are the equations of the lines joining of OL and OL dash. This is OL, this is OL dash. These are the equations. Also we have to find out the angle between them. Let theta be the angle between them. So what is the slope? Slope of OL is equals to say m1, this is say m2. What is tan theta formula? Tan theta is equals to, if you are taking acute angle, m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So 1 by 2 minus of minus plus 1 by 2. m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2, that is minus 1 by 4. So 1 by, this is what? 3 by 4. So 4 by 3. Hence theta is equals to tan inverse 4 by 3. This is the angle between the two lines. So once if you obtain the coordinates of L, you can easily crack this one by writing the equations of OL and OL dash, as well as you can find the angle between them also. Okay. Next one, find the equation of parabola whose axis is parallel to x-axis. Your axis is what? Parallel to x-axis, and which is passing through 3 points. So just we are going to find the equation of parabola passing through 3 points. And moreover, your axis is parallel to x-axis. Suppose your axis is x-axis like this, the parabola may be in this manner or in this manner. Axis is parallel to x-axis. What is the equation of parabola whose axis is parallel to x-axis? Y minus k whole square is equals to plus or minus 4a times of x minus h. This is the way. So after expanding this one, what are the terms involved here? Y square term is there, y term is there, x term is there, constant is there. So you can take this one as x is equal to some ly square plus my plus n or not, for my sake of convenience to calculation, with respect to the calculation. So y square term is there and x term is there, y term is there, constant is also there. So I am taking the required equation as x is equal to ly square plus my plus n. If it is parallel to y-axis, start with y. Y is equal to lx square plus mx plus n. These are the another forms of the equation of the parabola whose axis is parallel to x-axis as well as parallel to y-axis. So parallel to x-axis start with x, parallel to y-axis start with y, and write the expression in this manner. So parallel to x-axis, x is equal to ly square plus my plus n. Parallel to y-axis, y is equal to lx square plus mx plus n. Your job is 90% completed. You just keep the values, that is the points in the equation itself. We obtain the three equations in LMN. Solve for LMN, we get LMN values, and substitute the values here itself. We obtain the required equation of the parabola. So what is my first point? That is minus 2 comma 1. You substitute here itself. What you get? Minus 2 is equals to L plus M plus N. Y is 1. You have L plus M plus N. This is equation number 1. What is my second point? That is 1 comma 2. X is 1. 1 is equals to 4L. 2 square means 4. 4L plus 2M plus N. This is your second equation. And your third point is minus 1 comma 3. So minus 1 is equals to 3 square 9L and 3M plus N. This is third equation. Anyone can solve these three equations. We obtain LMN values. Substitute LMN in the above equation. We obtain the required equation. So just first of all you have to eliminate N from these three equations. We write 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 implies minus 2 minus 1. We get minus 3 is equals to minus 3L and minus M. This is the equation number 4. And you subtract 2 from 3, or that is 2 minus 3. 1 minus of minus, that is 1 plus 1, 2 is equals to 4 minus 9, minus 5L, and minus M is there. You have N minus N 0. This is fifth equation. Again subtract these two equations. We eliminate M also. Minus 5 is equals to what here? 2L. L is equal to minus 5 by 2. Substitute L value in any one of these two equations, we get M value. 2 is equals to minus 5L. Minus 5 into what? Minus 5 by 2. Minus 5 into minus 5 by 2 minus M. So 2 is equal to 25 by 2 minus M. Implies M is equal to 25 by 2 minus 2. That is 21 by 2. You have M value also. Substitute L comma M in any equation having N. This is the first equation. What is L plus M? Minus 5 by 2 plus 21 by 2. 21 by 2 plus N is equals to minus 2. So this is 2 LCM. Minus 5 plus 21 is equals to minus 2 plus 2N. Plus N is also here. So N plus 16 is equals to minus 2. N plus 8 is equals to minus 2. So your N is equals to minus 10 here. The value of N is minus 10 here. Minus 5 by 2 plus 21 by 2 plus N is equals to minus 2. So this is 16. Am I correct or not? 5. 16 itself. 16 by 2 is 8 itself. 8 plus N is equals to minus 2. So when it is coming to the right side, minus 10. Substitute the values of L, M, N in the equation itself. We obtain the required equation. So your X is equals to, what is your L? Minus 5 by 2. Minus 5 by 2 y square plus M is what? 21 by 2 y plus constant minus 10. So after simplifying you can get the answer, or you may leave in this manner. So X is equal to Ly square plus My plus N is equals to 0. Oh, this is the equation of the parabola whose axis is parallel to what? X axis here. Okay.